Welcome to the Launchpad, where ideas lift off. All successful businesses come from great innovative ideas. However, not all great innovative ideas translate into successful businesses. Having the right people and resources are essential when embarking on a new venture, as these factors not only collectively ensure its success, but also that it reaches its maximum potential. The Launchpad Show, sponsored by Ideal Developments and powered by Ideal Incubator, aims to showcase aspiring and ambitious young entrepreneurs who will be pitching their business concept and ideas to a panel of 4 successful industry players, the advisors. If the advisors like what they see and hear, a few lucky contestants will walk away with up to $1 million in funding. Our team of advisors consists of Bahisan Salvaraja, Carolyn Path, Kobe Yogaratnam, and Manjula Selvaraja. The advisors will be working collectively to represent the investor, who will be providing the funds necessary to make dreams come true.
Just who are the advisors? They are the trusted industry experts tasked with the very important job of finding the next big business venture for the investor. Kobe Yogaratnam, the UK-based outspoken entrepreneur, has founded and affiliated with several startups and has business interests in 3 continents. He's a shrewd new age serial entrepreneur with 10 years of experience in business management consulting at some of the premier corporations in the world. Manjula Selvaraja is a seasoned startup executive, journalist, and engineer. In her former role, she was the vice president of marketing and an early employee at a Toronto startup that went on to become one of the top 10 tech IPOs of 2012, valued at just under $1 billion. Carolyn Path is a system and computing engineer with over 10 years professional consulting experience in the software development industry across various verticals such as telecommunications, finance, and healthcare. She is also the co-founder and CEO of Le Petit Trois. Bahisan Selvaraja is a software professional and an information systems architecture and design consultant for one of the 5 biggest banks in Canada. His passion for entrepreneurship stems from the early days of his career. He strongly believes in Tamil youth and giving back to the community.
Hello, advisors. I'm entrusting you with $1 million in funding to find the next big business venture for Ideal Incubator. I'll be watching. Good luck.
Ten contestants are ready and waiting to pitch. Several have their slides and clickers prepared and ready to go, and some even have carefully constructed prototypes that they will use to demonstrate their product. The innovative concepts that await range from the fields of environment and health, to personal hygiene and beauty, and to social media and technology. We will get the chance to see a device that monitors air pollution levels, as well as a device that acts as a one-touch facial hair threading machine. We will also get the first look at a new twist on event management, as well as various new social media platforms, ranging from a student-focused crowdsourcing app to an opinion-based polling app. One contestant may even have configured a new way to monitor behavior in children with autism. There are also pitches ready for a new dating site, as well as for a watch-like device that actually monitors stress levels through sweat. The ideas are endless.
Ten young entrepreneurs compete for the chance to win up to $1 million in funding to help bring their ideas to life. The better their pitch, the higher their chances of fast-tracking to the final round. Whose idea will lift off on Ideal Incubator's Launchpad?
I'm here with Dination Sivaraja, one of the executive producers for the Launchpad Show. So Dination, can you tell us a little bit about what the Launchpad is intended to do for potential entrepreneurs?
Well, the Launchpad Show is the first initiative by Ideal Incubator to make young Tamil entrepreneurs and our community be aware of the platform that has been created to make their dreams come true. In this show, ambitious and aspiring Tamil entrepreneurs will be pitching their business concept and products to a panel of successful Tamil industry players. And these industry players are not VCs bidding for investments. They are advisors acting on behalf of the investors. If the advisors feel like they collectively think these ideas that the contestants are pitching is good, pretty much the $1 million is up for the contestants to grab. When the Launchpad show concept was created, we wanted to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity. And at that time, we had a lot of people applying, and it was the Launchpad team's responsibility to make sure that we did the filtering in a proper way, go through the pre-screening process, and to make sure at the end of the day we get the right contestants out for the show, and also to make sure that they have a commitment towards the show as well. So one of the things that we also did during this process was creating workshops. And the workshop was very important because we wanted to make sure that our contestants are not only TV ready, but they also know how to pitch your ideas. And it was very important to have these workshops so that they're actually prepared when they are pitching their ideas to the advisors.
Well, it looks like it's going to be an exciting and rewarding journey for all of those involved.
Definitely. I mean, this show is just a beginning to a long and widening success path that Ideal Incubator is envisioning for our community, and we are very excited about this as well.
Tonight on the Launchpad.
So what's your ask?
Our ask right now is about $200,000 for 25%.
I'll make sure this doesn't go missing, but I'm very tempted. I'll say.
Air pollution is having a huge impact on climate change, and asthma rates are doubling every year. This is our first working prototype. It's not that beautiful, but it's very functional. But we're working on developing a production system so that we can have a huge...
So Shandon, I've heard that you have done pitches before in the past. Are you nervous about this one at all?
I'm always nervous. I mean, I've done pitches before, yes, but this one is a little special just because it's the first time on TV, so yes.
All right, well, it looks like they're ready for you, so good luck.
Okay, well, thank you. My name is Shantan Silpalan. I've been in IT consulting, and I've been a project manager for about the last 10 years. We've developed the world's first precision facial hair threading device. Well, okay, I mean, the thing why we even started thinking about threading, first of all, was, I mean, I think the cosmetic industry is always, whether it's a recession or not, I'm just telling you the truth, okay? So whether it's a recession or not, women are always gonna, make themselves look beautiful. And looking at kind of the modern world and modern innovations that's happening, threading is still kind of more of a service-oriented product, I guess. And we wanted to kind of tie that bridge between it being kind of manual intensive versus some sort of modern innovation. So started thinking about that, and we came up with this product, and now it's kind of opening eyes. So Launchpad. First of all, I want to thank Launchpad and Ideal Incubators for providing us with this opportunity. I think traditionally in our community, what's expected of you is, get a degree, get a 9-to-5 job, establish your career. But entrepreneurship is not something that's promoted. And Launchpad is giving us that opportunity. It validates that idea. And I just want to be a part of that. So.
First on the Launchpad is an entrepreneur who's ready to change the face of the hair removal industry with his handheld threading device.
Hi, welcome to the Launchpad. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Doing well. We're really excited to hear about your product. Are you ready to pitch?
All right, yes. So first of all, I would like to thank you for your time and this opportunity. In today's society, personal grooming is a necessity. How you look not only affects how you feel, but also how others feel about you. It helps define our personal identity. Yes, now we all like to be pampered from time to time, but who in this day and age has the time or the money to be pampered regularly? My name is Shantan Sivapalan, and I am the co-founder of Asani Threading. Yes, that's right. Threading, as in facial hair removal and eyebrow shaping. Now today I hope to tell you why this makes perfect business sense. Now I was first introduced to threading about 17 years ago when I took my sister to a South Asian salon. At first sight, I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe that a simple strand of thread can be manipulated, twisted to grab hair. This fascination lasted about an hour, and then I forgot all about it. Well, at least I thought I did. Now, forward about 15 years since then, I was sitting at home watching TV, an infomercial for another grooming product, and I started remembering back, 17 years back when my sister was getting threaded. My curiosity kind of got the best of me, so I started researching online. And what I realized immediately was that threading has come such a long way since 15 years ago. There's now a threading salon in every major North American malls. In fact, Walmart has now started offering threading as a service in some of its retail locations. Celebrities in LA are getting regularly threaded at threading salons. It's been featured in Oprah, Dr. Oz, NBC News as a better alternative method for facial hair removal and eyebrow shaping. Glamour and Cosmopolitan are also talking about threading. Now, if you do a search on YouTube for self-threading, you'll find videos with hits over 1 million hits. Now, there's obviously something going on here. There's such a craze about threading. And why is that? Well, people these days are looking for natural alternatives. Unlike waxing, threading does not use any harmful chemicals, nor does it damage your skin or stretch your skin. There's no messy cleanup afterwards. Unlike tweezing, threading can quickly remove hair and shape eyebrows. Unlike shaving, threading removes hair from the root and extending the regrowth cycle. Now, one of the shortcomings of threading, however, is that it's difficult to do, especially on oneself, and generally requires a skilled esthetician to do this. Hence why it's currently dominated by the multi-billion dollar service industry. Until now.
Wow. Well done.
Wow.
Very interesting.
You did the prototype for that?
We did, yes.
Wow.
And right here, I have the actual prototype that was used in this video.
Can we take a look?
Of course. So, there you go. We're going to have two different models. One is the consumer model, and the other one is a salon model.
Okay.
Now, what differentiates us, first of all, from all the other products out there is the fact that you can precisely thread eyebrows below and above. The other products are unwieldy. They're pretty large. And if you read the reviews on them online, people are scared to do their eyebrows simply because the precision is lacking. We have our patent pending guide thread allows us to shape eyebrows, line eyebrows very smoothly. Now, you were talking about in terms of our profit margins. So our profit margins from year 1 through 5 will range anywhere between 30 to 50%. Sorry, our gross margins. And this is all depending on the volume of sales.
So how much are you going to retail this for?
So we plan to sell this for about $60 price point in retail.
And how much do you think it'll cost you to manufacture that?
Right now, based on year one, it will be a higher price because of the lower volume, so we anticipate about $25. But by year 5, we expect to bring that cost down to about $12.50.
Okay.
And one of the things about our business model here is that we are looking to follow the razor blade kind of model, where you have replacement threads that's going to bring in some residual income. Actually, we anticipate that by year 5, the replacement threads itself will bring about 25% of our sales, which is significant.
And what's the retail price of the replacement threads?
So replacement threads for the consumer model, we're going to be selling it at around $7 for a package of 12, which one thread should last you about a month's time.
Okay, Shandan, what I will do, we're going to have a quick chat. I actually want to ask you more questions about your go-to-market strategy here. We'll have a quick discussion, come back in about a few minutes, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
I'll make sure this doesn't go missing, but I'm very tempted, I'll say.
So Shantan, one thing that we actually commonly discussed just now was about your go-to-market strategy. Can you elaborate a bit more about that and actually explain like how you feel this product's going to really infiltrate the market of hair removal, eyebrow shaping?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So let me talk first about the salon side of things, and then I'm going to talk about the consumer separately. So in terms of the salon, what we expect to actually give these threaders at cost, only to get market penetration early on, because we're going to make basically our money back on the replacement threads if the salons actually end up continuing to use it.
And how much is that cost?
The cost for the actual salon model is going to be in the range about $30.
I think we're getting a call here.
Okay.
Let me just get this. Hello. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting question. I think. Yeah, I can certainly put that to them. So I'll just keep you on hold. Okay, we have a question from the investment partner.
Okay.
It's actually a bit of a concern, and I think we're curious to see how you respond to it.
Sure.
You know, it's funny that some of the competitive products that you've mentioned don't really have a lot of traction. And the fear is that when you're going to sell this product, you're not just selling a threader, you're actually in the process also convincing people that threading is good. How will you address that? It's not just the art of selling a threader, but the art of selling threading itself.
How many people thread versus waxing, right?
No, for sure. So I mean, like I was mentioning earlier, we have about 15.6 million just in North America that thread already. One of the things about what I've learned about personal grooming items is that it's a very social thing. A lot of people talk about it. Word of mouth grabs it on tightly. When you have like such media talking about it as a better alternative, and now people are very sensitive to skin allergies and things like that. So I don't think threading it's going to be very hard sell, especially when you have a product that actually does what it says it does. That's one of the things that's been lacking in the market right now. And when you compare it to the expense of going to salons every single time rather than you having something available to you to do a maintenance at home, that's quick, easy, even when you're traveling, I think it's going to be an easy sell.
Did you hear that? Okay, thank you. I'll pass the message on. Okay, this is kind of interesting. He's really sold on you.
Oh.
He thinks that it's kind of impressive that you saw this thing and came up with a process that's actually quite innovative. This is like a really innovative idea. Good for you. That's actually perhaps the first time that I've heard that.
Thank you.
Lovely pitch. I love the logo. I think we like some of the ideas behind it. Unfortunately, he can't extend you a fast track ticket now.
Okay.
But he wants you to stick around.
Okay.
So that, let's get you into the public vote and give you a chance to get into the finals.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Congratulations. Thanks for the time today.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
All right. It's been a pleasure.
Great
Thank you
product.
very much. Thank you.
You have beautiful eyebrows.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
5.
There it is.
I'm backstage with Shandon. He just pitched. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
You did not get fast-tracked in the last round, but you did make it to the voting round. Arnie, how did you think you did today?
I think it went really well. Obviously, I've used the product myself, so I love it, and the convenience of it. It's really great, it's intricate, so I'm hoping that more people are able to self-groom themselves at home and be able to use the product to see for themselves. But for that, we'd obviously need the voters' help, so I'm hoping that we move forward, or they move forward with being able to get this out in the market.
Great. And Shandon, is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers?
No, we still have faith, and you heard it firsthand from someone who's used it. So help us get this funding and get this product out to you.
Previously on the Launchpad.
Shandon's product, Asani, definitely intrigued the ladies as he demonstrated how his handheld threading device could change the face of the hair removal industry, literally. Shandon is now in the voting round and is now counting on your votes to help him get into the final round. If you want to see Asani in the final round, visit thelaunchpadshow.com to cast your vote. I'm backstage with Kala and Jamal, who are here to support Nisha. Kala, how do you think she's going to do today?
I'm pretty sure she will win this contest, and she's a pro, so I really have a full confidence on that. Thank you.
Okay, and Jamal, as her husband, how do you think she's going to do?
I think she's going to do very well. I think she's prepared, she knows her stuff, and I think she'll do very well.
My name is Nisha Sarviswaran. I'm an engineer and an entrepreneur. Ambience data is redefining air pollution monitoring. We're trying to make the air we breathe safer. I have 3 young kids, and when my son was born, he was allergic to a lot of things. And I spent a lot of time looking at national weather information and pollution information, and I realized that there isn't anything local that I can actually find. So I decided to build my own, and that's how the business started. I do this for the future, to be honest, so I see that we're having a huge problem in the environment. When people fly into Delhi, you can't really stay there for more than 2 years. Air pollution is a growing problem all over the world. Brazil, India, China, California, and you see spikes everywhere, and you don't see the long-term consequences. Kids everywhere are having a lot more asthma, and they're a lot more allergic to different factors, and you have to understand why. There's no causal relationship between what we're doing to the environment and what our long-term consequences is going to be, and that's what I'm really trying to find out. I'm really passionate about my business. I will knock on any door, and I think we're trying to make a change for the better for everybody involved, and the Launchpad team seems to be a great fit for us. They're really passionate about the environment, and they want to help make a difference. And so I think it'll work perfectly.
Well, it looks like our next contestant is ready. Nisha, how do you feel?
I'm very excited to be here.
And have you had previous experience pitching before?
I've done some pitching competitions, but never on TV, so this is a new experience.
Okay, well, good luck.
A mother, engineer, and an entrepreneur enter the Launchpad with visions of potentially contributing to decreasing future environmental damage with their innovative device that can be used to monitor air pollution. Will it impress the advisors?
Hi, welcome to the Launchpad Show. What's your name?
My name is Nisha, CEO and founder of Ambience Data.
Let's hear about your pitch.
Air pollution is having a huge impact on climate change, and asthma rates are doubling every year. I'm very passionate about the environment and what we're doing to address these concerns, and I've developed an air monitoring system that's small scale and portable that can be mounted anywhere. It can be mounted on the side of a tree, on the side of a building, to get accurate, real-time information at a hyper-local level.
So the actual module you have here, is that actually a working prototype, or?
Yes, this is our first working prototype. It's not that beautiful, but it's very functional.
And
now we have developed a few
You built that ground up?
Yes.
Wow.
So what's your background? Is it in engineering?
Yes.
Or?
I'm an engineer with over 10 years of experience, aerospace engineer, but I like tinkering with hardware and database modeling, so that's where my passion came from.
So what kind of data does it collect that?
Right now it can pick up a variety of weather and air quality information such as ozone, particulate information, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, NOx, SOx, whole variety. But what's very unique about it, it's bringing systems that were generally hundreds of thousands of dollars prior to a very low and dense unit pricing. Sorry.
Keep going.
That's fine.
And
Can I say that again?
how many units do you have of that?
So currently we have 3 units that we're testing, pilot testing in people's houses, but we're working on developing a production system so that we can have a huge.
And who's your customer?
We are working on selling this system to different customers such as municipalities and industrial uses. We are focusing on oil and gas systems as well as environmentally conscious users.
So Nisha, like okay, you've talked about, you have this compact system. How is it, obviously this is being done already in municipalities, I don't know, in oil and gas. How is it being done now?
So in Toronto, for instance, right now there's 3 national stations, and that gives information to 2.5 million people. What we want to do is get hyper-local information. We want it at every single neighborhood, every single street intersection, so you understand what's actually happening down in the ground level. There's no other information that's available at this point to get that data.
And how much are the existing units, the 3 that you talked about that may be in Toronto? Like those, you said this is already happening in Toronto. Not the 3 that you've put in place.
Those are national stations that were built in the 1970s.
Oh, they're old.
They cost millions of dollars. So we're not trying to compete with that set. We're actually trying to figure out what's the information around where you're happening. As a mother of 3, I really care about what's the pollution in my neighborhood, but I can't get that information anywhere else. And that's why I built this system.
And you mentioned there's 3 already out in production right now. Collecting data?
Yes, there are test trial production right now.
So what can I use this data for? You've got sensors on here that captures information. What's the end result? Where can we go with this data? What do you want to do with this data?
This data has a variety of uses. Firstly, for health concerns, for asthma, COPD, lung cancer issues, and also for environmental concerns. But there's also value in this data for insurance businesses, and Weather Network and MLS would find it very interesting also.
I like your value proposition and the innovation that you have in your product, but tell me about your competition. How many people are there in the market in Canada, across North America, worldwide? Have you looked into those?
So since this is a very new industry, there are 2 main competitors. One of it is partnering with Google right now, and another is small-scale IoT developers, but they're not going very accurate with their data sets. We have spent a ton of time working on calibration and data accuracy, and so we're trying to get to a much higher level of statistical information.
This is the partnership that was involved with Google Streetcars.
That one of the competitors is working on their partnership is.
But their data.
Can I say something here? She mentioned key 3 words that I'm actually fascinated about: analytics, big data, and she just said IoT. I'm sold. I have no more questions.
Oh my! But that's
my
the
kind
first.
of
Yeah.
First for him, really.
Well, that's great to hear.
Well, how much are you asking for today?
We're asking for $200,000 for 33% of the company.
And right now it's just both of you that are involved in this company. Is there anyone else that has ownership of this product?
So there's actually I have 2 other partners.
Okay.
One has a background with an MBA and Fortune 500 experience. Another is a senior biologist with lots of sensor experience.
So you've got the right people, basically.
Yes, an engineer, a scientist, and a business person.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
fantastic.
all 3 bases covered. That's good. So regarding the actual module itself, do you have any IP on that? Do you have any patents at the moment?
So right now
regarding
we're working on a patent pending. We're working with some lawyers for it. We're going to be patenting the whole system, the data acquisition, and the hardware.
Okay.
Do you have anyone that's expressed an interest in this product?
We've talked to a few municipalities, and some of the local ones are actually very interested, and we're just following up. It's a longer process, but
what would a municipality use this product for?
They would be looking at for land use and how traffic congestions are problems in certain areas, and how they can look at alleviating where they should be spending their money to alleviate traffic problems and congestion problems, and where they should be focusing on anti-idling campaigns.
Interesting.
So I also liked the actual opportunity of selling this data to insurance companies. That could change, because that's a big difference to people just buying insurance. You could make a big difference to them and their premiums. Where can that data set and how can that affect insurance companies making decisions going forward?
So with the big data, after maturity of our data sets, life insurance and health insurance modeling, just like how they care if you are a smoker or not, would be able to take the information of, are you surrounded by a lot of pollution or are you living in a fairly clean environment, and take that, put it part of their health actuarial modeling.
Have you presented this to any insurance?
We're working on some insurance companies. We're partnering with some insurance companies right now.
Wow.
So what would you do with the money?
We want to deploy our systems. We want to get the boxes out there and get information and see what we can actually
start collecting the data.
Start collecting the data, basically.
Wow. So numbers. That's
what he said. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's a hardware gadget. I can understand the capital cost.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I have one last question. So you're asking for this money to put out these boxes. How many boxes can you kind of put out there with this amount, you think?
Well,
to get to that point of data where you go, okay, I think we're seeing something here.
Yeah, to collect.
So we would like to at least put out 50 boxes.
Okay.
We want to be able to make sure our data is very mature, so when we go after the big data model, it's cleaned. The data is very cleaned and presented in a useful manner, so the analytics is up on top.
No, that's great. If the investment partner doesn't invest, I'm going to get my own checkbook out for you and sign that check, because I'm like Rahis and I'm sold. This is a great product.
I think I'd like to have a little discussion about this.
Yes.
Nisha, thanks for giving us some time. Overall, all four of us here absolutely in love with your product. We think you're great. We think you're an investable person. The fact that you've got all this experience in engineering and you've designed this concept is just credit to you, credit to your, how motivated you are to bring this product to the marketplace. It's not just a business idea. This is going to help, in our eyes, lots of people. And as you know, I'm not a father yet, but lots of people with children will be able to benefit from this as well. So congratulations, and this is the call that I'm expecting. Hello? Yes. Yeah, we agree. Sure? I'll let her know. Thank you. Thanks. So, as expected, Nisha, the investment partner loves your product as well. And without a doubt, he's told me to deliver the news that you are definitely going to be in the final, and he wants to fast track you there. So congratulations.
Oh, that's
and
wonderful.
We'll see you December 6th.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
That was so interesting.
Great
Well
work.
done.
That was so
Yeah. Very well
Amazing
done.
products.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Great work.
Congratulations.
Thanks for coming.
That was
That
the
felt,
easiest decision.
I was
Yeah,
crossing
one of
my
the-
fingers. I'm
Yeah.
like, what if he
That
didn't?
was-
One of the easiest decisions we've
You know,
made. Yes.
Should I tell you exactly what he said?
Uh-huh.
Invest, invest, invest. Get her into the final.
Yeah.
Right on.
I was crossing my
He
fingers.
didn't even say hello.
That's hilarious. Wow.
All right.
Okay, job well done. Or by her mostly.
I'm backstage now with Nisha. Nisha, congratulations. You just got a fast track ticket to the last round. How do you feel right now?
Relieved. I was so nervous prior, but the judges saw my vision, and I'm so happy that we got the golden ticket.
Nisha wowed us all with their innovative device that can be used to monitor air pollution levels. With visions of her idea potentially contributing to decreasing future environmental damage, the advisors gave her the nod to fast track to the final round. We've had 2 contestants pitch their ideas on today's show, but only one of them has won the fast track ticket to the final round. Who will win next and who won't? I'm your host, Ashwini Ravindran. Thanks for watching.
Set furnishing provided by Living Furniture, Kennedy and Lawrence, Scarborough.